Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I have for you is episode 6 of my Football Manager 23 save with FC Eindhoven. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 20 likes on today's episode, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 700 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Get a comment in as well down in the comment section down below to help boost the video in the YouTube algorithm. Now, since you are last with us, we've played a significant amount of games. Obviously, the last time you saw us was the end of January. I said in the episode I was going to show you transfer deadline day, but because I knew no signings or departures were going to be happening, I decided not to show you that. Since you were last with us then, we've played through it up until the point now where we could get promoted. The gap between us and second is still very, very tight, so the title race will go right down to the last two games, I imagine. Today's episode, though, we could get promoted into the Eredivise at the first time of asking. Despite our expectations and the media prediction at the start of the season being just a mid-table finish, we could already be promoted into the top flight over in Holland. So make sure to drop a like on today's video, subscribe if you're new as well. Let's get into it. Here is a little bit of proof and confirmation that no transfer business did happen since you were last with us. There was a little bit of news though. You remember Gunther, the centre-half that I signed on a hell of a lot of money. I think he was on £1,600 a week and then played 4 games and did his ACL. He has decided to retire and become an assistant manager. He's not very good at that, to be honest with you. One's across the board, so he won't be returning to the football club. Bit of a shame that his career ended in the way that he did. He did okay for us, to be fair, but for the money he was on, it was obviously really disappointing to see him pick up that injury. In terms of our matches since you were last with us, like I say, we did play a significant amount of games. The last time you saw was this 5-0 win against Heracles Almelo. After that, we had a 3-3 draw away at FC Dordrecht. It on paper looks quite disappointing, but we were 3-0 down in that game, so to get a 3-3 from that one is not the end of the world. We then had a 6-1 win at home to Almere City, where we actually they scored 30 seconds, something crazy after we scored, and then in the second half we just absolutely battered them. We then had a 5-2 win away at TOP Os, a 1-1 draw at home to DE Graafschap. We really seem to be struggling against them whenever we play them. A 2-1 win away at Telstar, a 6-1 win at home to Jong Ajax. When I was actually in this game, it said in the top Ajax B, so I'm 99% sure that my theory originally that Jong means second or B team is correct. We then unfortunately had a 3-1 defeat at home to ADO Den Haag, where we took the lead in that game, but they seem to be a little bit of a bogey side for us. We also lost to them in the Dutch Cup third round. After that, though, we bounced back with a 1-0 win away at Jong AZ before a disappointing 2-1 away defeat against MVV. Again, another team who beat us earlier on in the season. After that, though, we beat third place PEC Zwolle 5-2 at home, which obviously was very nice. If we beat VVV Venlo and PEC Zwolle lose, we are promoted. If that doesn't happen, and then we beat NAC Breda, then it doesn't matter about the result of PEC Zwolle anyway. So it is a big, big game for us. Here is the league table, 6 games to go. Obviously, we are already guaranteed a playoff spot, but there's a 15-point gap. Obviously, if we win and Zwolle lose, that'll then mean there's an 18-point gap with 5 games to go. So that would obviously see us promoted. In terms of the statistics, though, this season, Diaby Fadiga, clearly the top goal scorer in the league. There is actually the PEC Zwolle striker, who is currently in second at this moment in time. In terms of average rating, Thibaut Perzin is got the highest average rating and also the most assists in the league. It's a shame that our 3 best players, Thibaut Perzin, Lamine Diaby Fadiga and Banis as well, are all on loan. So it's a little bit of a concern going into next season, but this 3-4-3 system we've been playing has been working really well, although Rigo, Rigo doesn't really get along with anyone apparently. Either way, we seem to be doing pretty alright. We either seem to be winning like 6-0 or losing 1-0. It has been a bit frustrating from that point of view. A couple injuries though, and suspensions going into this game, but let's waste no further time. Get into the first game of today's episode, and fingers crossed we can get promoted into the Eredivise. Here we have it then. It is the big one. Here's how we line up for today's game away to VVV Venlo. We've got Bertrams in goal, a back 3 of Pjennenberg. Oostenbrink actually drops into the back 3 due to Seedorf being suspended. Rigo on the left side. We've got Perzin on the right. Bogoas comes in on the left for, I think it's suspended or maybe injured, Dalhaus. We've got Dorka and Valdivia, the 2 old men in the midfield, with Rotier, Diaby Fadiga and Banis all leading the line. Banis has suddenly come into some absolutely unbelievable form. He was kind of playing as a backup player every now and then play sort of striker, but we've been starting him in this new formation. He's been scoring at goals for fun. You can tell by his average rating, 7.9 in his last 5 matches. The guy has been absolutely unreal. It's a shame about a couple of injuries and suspensions. Mateus is actually a youngster who we've promoted through into the first team. I think he's only 17 years of age. Looks like a very, very good player. So he's been getting more minutes as a left midfielder so far over the last couple of games, but unfortunately not quite fit enough to play this one in my opinion. A fitness test wasn't required, but when he's not a full green of heart health condition, that's the right word, then I'm not really going to risk him. Not going to force him to play just for the sake of it. Valdevilla's not played in quite a while. Rotier is apprehensive as the man he's coming up against is physically stronger than him. Either way, if we just focus on ourselves, we'll get the job done today. We've been brilliant since we've gone to this 3-4-3 system. I am very concerned though if we go into next season without Perzin, without Diaby Fadiga, without Banis, how we're actually going to get on. I don't know what the recruitment's going to be like because the step up between the second division and the top division seems to be absolutely astronomical. If you compare this standard, it is literally like National League, League 2 sort of standard. Imagine putting someone from the National League like Dorking Wanderers straight into the Premier League, because that is the sort of standard that it's going to be with PSV, Ajax, all that sort of stuff. As I'm sure you can probably tell by the loading time, my computer's having one of them really, really slow days. So unfortunately, we might end up getting promoted in about 3 pixels. There we go. After about 3 years, the team sheets have finally loaded. I don't really recognise any of their players, but they're a decent side. I think they're around mid-table at this moment in time. So, like I mentioned earlier, as long as we focus on our game, we'll get the job done today. We're going to tell them if you carry on your performance from the last match into this one, that you will do well. We're going to tell them all that we have faith in them as well to make the difference today, because we need all of them to be performing well. We cannot be carrying any stranglers in this game. 1, potentially 2 at the absolute maximum, and it can't be offensive. It can't be in the defense. They're going with the diamonds, so I think I'm going to tell them to focus to play in the wide areas. They've not lost though in their last 5 matches, so like I say, it's not going to be an easy game at all. Let's get underway though for today's fixture, and fingers crossed we can pick up another 3 points, and hopefully is it PEC Zwollo? Hopefully they lose. Highlight straight from the kickoff. Valdivia sprays the ball out wide into Bogoas. He comes back here and finds Dorka, the deep line playmaker. Rigo now, he goes into Oostenbrink. A bit of time for him here to find a pass. Diaby Fadiga holds the ball up and he goes into Rigo, out wide into Bogoas, cuts inside here, 30 seconds on the clock is approaching. Rigo now finds Oostenbrink, he goes all the way back into Bertram's and we look to start again. Good possession football from us here, nice and early on in today's game. Rigo looking over the top for Rotier, doesn't win that header though and it falls to Perzin. He goes back into Pienenberg. Oostenbrink now finds Valdivia over the top looking for Banis with a form he's in at this moment in time. He lays it off into Diaby Fadiga and that is exactly the perfect start we were looking for. Apologies about the lag, but it's not even 60 seconds on the clock. Lamine Diaby Fadiga has his 30th goal of the season, and as it stands, we are so close to promotion into the top flight. Straight from kickoff, Valdivia, great ball over the top. Banis with some good control, lays it into Diaby Fadiga. He's been on a little bit of a rocky form over the last couple of months or so, since we've moved to this formation really, but he's back on the score sheet once again. We take the lead inside 60 seconds. It's the perfect start. And Willem 2 are also losing as well, which is very nice. But we are coming forward once again here with Perzin, looking for the ball down the line, but that is intercepted. He wins it back, but goes through to the goalkeeper who kicks it long. Dorka now underneath it. He finds Bogoas on our left-hand side, looking over the top for Banis. In on goal. Can we make it 2? He rounds the keeper. He tucks it away. Did he manage to hold his line? It looks like he did. It's 2-0 after 5 minutes. Have you ever seen a Dutch man do the Irish dance? I don't think so. 5 minutes on the clock. This is exactly what we were looking for. 5 minutes in, it's VVV Venlo 0, FC Eindhoven 2. Brilliant finish from Banis. If I can get any of our 3 loan players, the main 3 loan players, back for next season, that would be absolutely fantastic. But 5 minutes gone at 2-0 up, we're absolutely cruising right now. Throw in over on the far side. Decker goes into Hughesman. He comes inside here, but we are able to deal with that one. Perzin now driving forward on the counter attack, looking for Diaby Fadiga. Great first touch, and he finds Evan Rotier in on goal. Can he make it 3? Yes, he can. Evan Rotier was apprehensive at the start of the game. He finds himself on the score sheet. All 3 of our strikers on the score sheet after 27 minutes. That's surely game done now. I don't think we've thrown away a 3-goal lead so far this season. That touch, though, from Diaby Fadiga is absolutely fantastic. Brilliant through ball as well. Rottier gets there ahead of the defender, slots it into the side net in the perfect finish. It's Venlo 0, Eindhoven 3, and things just don't really get much better than this. We're absolutely all over them. We're playing brilliantly so far. As the ball comes into our box here, Oostenbrink is able to deal with that. He's been fantastic in central midfield. I can only give him so much praise because he's been absolutely brilliant. So the fact that he's dropping in centre half today and still having a very good game, I think he's out of a deal in the summer, so potentially he might be a man who we look to extend. It's either him or Pienenberg. I can't quite remember. I think Oostenbrink might have actually been the non-contract who we did agree a new deal with in the summer. Banis surely offside there. He tucks it away anyway. I presume the referee is going to disallow this one, and he does, yeah. When the referee starts sprinting towards the striker in that aggressive manner, it usually does mean that they are offside. On this occasion, he hasn't quite held his run, and as we thought considerably, he is offside there. Great ball off from Valdivia to pick him out. Free kick for us here. Valdivia with the ball into the box, headed away though by Burden. Now Smans picks up the ball here. The number 14 for Venlo, driving down their right hand side. Can we get a tackle in here? Allowed to drive a long way here. Decker now. Can we get a foot in? Hughesman, little bit of time. He finds Klaassen, switches it out wide here into Martens Flurkens. I'm just going to call him Martin. Persin, though, great interception. He finds Evan Rottier. Already got 1 goal to his name in today's game. That is brilliant football. Valdivia finds Persin. Ball into the box. Diaby Fadiga hits the post. According to the commentary, it's easier to score that than miss. Unfortunately for us, he hasn't been able to find the back of the net and convert. Look at the stats, though. We've absolutely battered them in this first half. And I think Zwolle are also winning their game at this moment in time. So if the results stay the same, then we just need to go on and win the next game, because their result will be irrelevant if we win the next game. At half-time, don't want to make any subs yet. I mean, Valdivia's looking a little bit tired, but that's because he's not played too much football recently. Everyone else is pretty much having a good game. Dorker and Pienenberg, not great, but they're not having bad games whatsoever. We'll just get underway for the second half. I can't really be complaining, can I, when we've been brilliant. They've made a sub at the break, so their manager clearly not happy with what he has seen so far, as Martens has the ball at left back. He goes into Dirks. Klaassen now picks it up in the midfield, back to Dirks. Martens, he looks for a ball down the line. Bannel over the top eventually. It's looking for Burden, and on goal here, shoots, scores. It's an immediate response from Venlo. 30 seconds into the second half. I've no idea what Bertrams is doing there. Really, really poor goalkeeping. Poor defending though from us. We've not held a defensive line good there at all. I mean, I think it's Oostenbrink who's dropped off a little bit, and then it's Rigo who stepped up, not stayed with his man. Burden with a good finish, to be fair. I mean, Bertrams, I've no idea what he's even doing there. We've still got a 2-goal lead, but it's not the ideal start to a half at all. Goal kick for us here. Bertrams will be the man to presume it send it long. He's not really told to distribute short in this system, but Persin picks it up here on our right hand side. He's not really had too much of an influence so far in today's game, but he plays it through to Rottier. Can he square it? He's gone for the shot. He definitely should be squaring that, and it's a good save in the end from the goalkeeper. Ball back into the box. Zimmer is able to claim it on this occasion. Really, really poor that from Rottier. While he's already got 1 goal in today's game, we certainly should have had another one there, as we've got now a corner ball. Valdivia, deep ball in, looking for Banis at the back post. Heads just over the bar. I think we will now look to make some substitutions. Lots of tired defenders and midfielders. We'll give it a couple more minutes. There we go. An hour on the clock. Let's now make some substitutions. Pienenberg's on a yellow, so it just makes sense really to get him off for G-Bells. We're also going to get Rigo off for Segura on this occasion as well. He will also find himself down on the bench. Van Dorm is going to come on for Valdivia. We're going to get De Keers Maker on for Dorker as well in that deep line playmaker role. I'm actually going to change him to an advanced playmaker on support just to get him a little bit higher up the pitch. Final change of the game. We're going to bring Enokpa on here, who's another youngster who's been promoted into the first team. Dalton Enokpa, 2-star current ability, 4-star potential. Looks like a decent player. He's here until 2025, so he's going to come on for Banis, who's on a yellow card, because I don't really want him to get sent off. So we're going to bring him off. He's got his goal and all that sort of stuff. Half an hour here for the subs to try and get an impact on today's game, and fingers crossed we're able to see out the 3 points. Goal kick here for Venlo. Zima sends the ball long. We should be able to deal with this one though. It's a good flick on though, but that should run through to our goalkeeper. Bertram's come a long way out and hammers it down the line looking for Rottier. Dirks underneath it. Van Dorm now. He finds Rottier driving down our right hand side here. He plays a great ball through into Diaby Fadiga. Can he win something? He has. He's won a penalty. Looks like a really harsh decision that to me. And we will have a spot kick here. Who's going to be taking this? I'm not really too sure. It's normally Banis, our penalty taker. It is going to be G-Bells, the centre half. He steps up. He tucks it away. He's taken a few penalties so far this season. I think that is the 3rd goal he scored this season. All 3 of them, though, have been penalties. I don't really know why he's our penalty taker, but he seems to be alright at them. He's not missed one so far, so I'm not going to complain. It just seems a bit weird seeing a 6'3", 6'4" centre-half taking penalties, doesn't it? 10 minutes to go, the 3 points are definitely coming back to Eindhoven now. And with that then, 3 minutes is added on at the end of today's game. There is the full-time whistle, a brilliant start to today's episode. 4 goals scored, all our strikers on the score sheet as well. The game was pretty much wrapped up after 5 minutes. A good win and a good performance, that will certainly do me. There will be changes for the next game as suspensions have now finished, but we win the next game. Wait, have Swallow bottled it? They did, 89th minute to Telstar. It still doesn't mean though... Wait, no, we are promoted. FC Eindhoven celebrate promotion. So the gap is now... I don't even know. I literally can't do maths. Is that 3 plus 14 is 17 points with 5 games to go. We are promoted. Clearly, I have no idea what I'm on about. We just needed to win that game regardless of the Swallow result. I think they had to win if we won, and they have failed to do so. So we are promoted into the Eredivise. And the planning for next season starts now, doesn't it? How great does that feel to finally be back up there? I'm sure that there's so many FC Eindhoven fans watching this series, but FC Eindhoven promoted to the Eredivise. There were scenes of jubilant success for Blauw-Witten, I'm really sorry, who came to form at the perfect time late in the season, finding consistent performances to ascend into promotion contention and upset the odds by going up. Brilliant to see. Like I mentioned, our 3 best players this season, they're all on loan. But Drake has led FC Eindhoven to promotion. The fans are jubilant. I actually recently signed a new contract as well. It's a deal until, not the end of next season, the season after that, but it was also some sort of, again, an extra 2 years if I get promoted. So I'm going to be here until at least 2027, so we don't need to worry about that for a significant period of time. FC Eindhoven delighted as unexpected promotion. Great to see that the press are extremely pleased that the team have secured promotion. In a brief statement, a spokesperson from the board declared that promotion had not been on the cards at the start of the season, and the board wanted to put on record their gratitude to manager Sam Drake for delivering the unthinkable. Diaby Fadiga with another goal and another assist, 8.7 rating for him. He's been brilliant this season. And there we go. Apparently, we've lacked focus. That doesn't make any sense at all. I really don't get that. But look at that. This is the team, the whole squad really, that I've got us promoted. We've got 5 games now just to enjoy. The second game of today's episode is against NAC Breda. And let's just go and enjoy it. Let's get the win. We're at home. I think we lift the trophy in this game. If not, then it'll be the last game of the season. But now our focus... Oh, what's this? Oh, our youth intake. We've got 3 very, very good players here. Edwin van Prugen. Looks like a decent young player. We've also got Michael de Groot, who's a right back. Looks a decent option, although he's 5'5". 5-star potential, though. Looks very nice. Then we've got Mark Hendricks, a left back, who again looks pretty nice. He looks actually really, really good. So if we get them 3 in, then we've got some decent talents here. I mean, Cody Azakaya, he looks okay. Everyone else, not really anything decent. But it's an excellent intake. 4.5 stars is what it's being rated. Out of all them, probably 3 or 4 of them stand a chance of maybe making it into the first team at some point. But with how big of a gap it is between the second division and the top division, we'll just have to wait and see. And you can't really loan out youngsters because no one really seems to be too interested in them. We are going to make them all available, though, for this match if we can. I'm not really too sure. Hopefully we have been able to do that. But let's waste no further time. Get into the second game of today's episode and let's enjoy some promotion. Here we have it then. Here's how we line up for today's match at home to NAC Breda. Now, before I went into this match, I got a little notification from, I think it was my press officer or my assistant manager, saying I should speak to the players about our potential title chances. So I think if we win this and Willem 2 lose, then we actually win the title as well, which would obviously be very nice. But we line up with Bertrams in goal, a back 3 of Pienenberg, G-Bells and Rigo. That's Perzin on the right. Dalhouse comes back in on the left with De Kiers Maker and Oostenbrink making up the midfield. Rotier and Banis either side of an Okpa. Diaby Fadiga does actually drop to the bench in today's game. Despite his 30 goals, we need to start developing some of our own players. So Anokpa comes into today's game despite only averaging a 6.58 in his last 5 matches and a 6.5 all season. So we're going to hope that he actually performs here. A couple of players on yellow card warnings, and G-Bells is wanted by FC Groningen. What league do they play in? They're actually in the Eredivise, so we might actually get some decent money for him. If you have a look at the Eredivise at this moment in time, it looks like there is going to be Excelsior and SC Camber coming down, and then RKC Waldwick. They're going to be playing, I presume that's a relegation playoff, so that could be interesting. The aim for next season is just to stay up. We're not really going to be challenging at this end of the table, but somewhere around here, I think would be a successful season. We can certainly get to 30, 40 points next season, you would hope. Let's get into today's game, though. We can enjoy promotion while we're still here. We don't need to worry about that. That's for probably sometime next week to deal with. We don't need to worry about that now. The fact though that we are at home does mean I do expect us to get another 3 points in this one. They've actually made 5 changes from their last match, so their manager clearly not happy with how they have been playing, or he's just going to go with a 5-4-1 formation and just try and park the bus and try and get a 0-0. I don't want my players to think that we're on the beach and we've already won the league though, so we're going to give them some early encouragement. Go out there, get the 3 points and get the job done, as they have a goal kick here. Send it long. First thing for Oostenbrink to deal with, as he is now back in the midfield. The ball is out wide here to Perzin. He looks over the top for Rottier. Great run. Has he kept himself onside? He shoots. Saved by the keeper. And Anokpa, Dalton Anokpa has his first goal. Number 39 on his back. And that will give him all the confidence in the world. A brilliant poacher's instinct. That probably does more for the club, him scoring a goal like that, than Diaby Fadiga scoring his 31st goal like that. You know what I mean? Like, it just makes more sense to play him in a game that doesn't really mean all too much. To get some of our young players some actual game time, to get them developing nice and early, it is obviously a very nice position that we are in at this moment in time. There is currently a 10-point gap between us and Willem 2, but I don't even know how many more games to go. Is it 3, 4, 5? I'm not really too sure. We'll just wait for the notification to come through that we've won the league. Let's hopefully that does come through at some point, but they're coming forward here pretty much straight away. Banzuzu, ball into the box, they've hit the post, and we should be able to deal with that. Bertrams kicks it out of play, but the ball is not away yet, and that is the end of the highlight, but they will have a throw in here. Ball into the box, Rigo underneath it on the first occasion. Perzin now finds himself in the centre of midfield. Anokpa finds Oostenbrink. Can he pick out a pass? Driving forward here, he goes into Perzin. He's been a little bit quiet over the last couple of matches. Perzin now, can he get a ball into the box? Beats his man into the penalty area, cuts it back. That is well cut out though by the opposition defence, but it's a good tackle from Oostenbrink. Pienenberg now find himself very advanced up the pitch here. Perzin finds Pienenberg. He goes into De Geer's maker. He can certainly pick a pass, but on this occasion he can't. De Geer's maker once again looking for that through ball, loses out there. Surely a foul. Referee says no. Now the opposition will be looking to build up a counter-attack, hoofing the ball forward. G-Bells underneath the first ball. Oostenbrink now finds Pienenberg. Perzin driving down our right-hand side. Can he find a ball? He's looking for Rottier. Surely offside there. Cut back. Inokpa stabs it home, and Dalton Inokpa, maybe it's not Diaby Fadiga, maybe it's just my amazing tactics. Dalton Inokpa, on his first start for the club, I'm pretty sure, has a brace inside 12 minutes. Rottier looked offside to me there. Maybe the number 2 was playing him on. It's really scrappy in the penalty area, but another true poacher's instinct goal means that we're winning 2-0 in today's game against NAC Breda, but the highlights are not done here. Garcia McNulty now looking for Machat. That is certainly an interesting name, but they'll be looking to get back into this game. They need a goal. Vet now, he finds Baker, got a couple jobs in the centre of midfield here. Ball over the top looking for De Rouge. He brings it down here in the penalty area. Ball cut back. That's a really, really poor goal. Elias Martin has his 11th goal of the season. No one's marking in the middle there. G-Bells, if you want more game time, you've got to be defending much better than that, because he just completely leaves his man in the middle. I mean, to be fair, their player doesn't really bust a gut to get into the box. He more just strolls in. It's a good finish, to be fair, just really poor defending, and they've pulled the goal back not even a minute after we've scored. Throwing for us on at the far side, looks like a foul throw there for me, but Oostenbrink looking for De Geer's make a pretty insane pass there. G-Bells now finds Rigo. He loses out though to Amarson. Ball clipped down the line though, but we should be able to deal with this one, you would hope. G-Bells now, little bit of time for him to turn, and finds De Geer's maker. Rigo, lots of short passes here. Oostenbrink managed to get the ball under control, and he finds G-Bells. He goes into Pienenberg. Rottier now on a yellow card. Great ball out wide though into Perzin. Can he deliver? Can we get the Inokpa hat-trick? To the byline he goes. Ball in, looking for Dalhaus, and Jasper Dalhaus has his 7th goal of the season. Another assist for Thibaut Perzin. I've really struggled to get the best out of Jasper Dalhaus so far this season, but he seems to be playing really, really well as an inverted winger on the left side of our midfield four. Perzin though, brilliant play, gets to the byline, ball across, Dalhaus never missing from there. Brilliant goal into the back of the net. We're 20 minutes in, we've already seen 4 goals, and the highlights are still not done here, as Garcia McNulty finds himself now on a yellow card. Baker finds Vet. I still think that's an absolutely brilliant midfield partnership. Lucasen down the line into De Rouge. He cuts back though and finds Lucasen. Ball back into the box. Surely we're not going to concede again after we take the lead. Well, not take the lead, remake our lead 2 goals, that's what I mean. Bertrams though is able to claim that one fairly comfortably. 21 minutes on the clock now. Bertram sends it long, looking for Banis. Doesn't quite get underneath that. De Geer's maker finds Inokpa. Ball through into Banis with a form easy, and you'd expect him to score, but it is a good save in the end from the goalkeeper, despite the shot was kind of pretty much straight at him. Perzin fails to get a ball ball into the box. He's going to get a second bite at the cherry. Did he try and do a Rabona with that? What on earth was that? Oostenbrink picks up the ball in the midfield and he finds GBL's. Pjennenberg has a bit of time here to find Oostenbrink back in the midfield in today's game. Persin now looking down the line into Rottier on a yellow card, so he does need to be careful. Holds the ball up nicely though. Pjennenberg now finds GBL's. A little bit of space from here to find De Gea's maker. First time into Oostenbrink. Pjennenberg now out wide into Persin. Brilliant pass and a great first touch. Driving forward here, Persin. Can he get the ball into the box? He does, looking for the back post. Banis brings it down. Plays it into Jasper Dalhaus, and it's an 8th goal of the season. Goals galore in today's episode. I just hope that we save some for next season, because like I've mentioned a few times, next season is going to be very, very hard for us. Anything other than relegation will be a massive, massive success, unless the board is suddenly going to give us a load of money to spend. Dalhaus with a pretty poor finish in the end. Court Smith's not going to be happy with that one, but it's FC Eindhoven 4, NAC Breda 1, and it's not even half an hour gone yet. Free kick for us here, which Pjennenberg will take. Not really got too many options here, but he does find Rottier. He plays that 1-2. Goes back into Gbels. Bit of a risky pass there. De Gea's maker now. Finds Anokpa. Banis. Great ball through into Rottier. Squares it for Dalton Anokpa. He has his first half hat-trick. A 3rd goal of the season for Dalton Anokpa. And 40 minutes on the clock. It's FC Eindhoven 5. NAC Breda 1. We are absolutely cruising in today's game. No complacency from us in today's game. Great ball from Banis. Brilliant first time one-touch football. And another good finish there. I mean, that's not great English. He's on a 9.6. What a player this man is. He's not one for the future. He is one for the present. What a brilliant football it looks like we have on our hands here. But the game is far from done yet. We've still got 45 minutes and we've given a penalty to it. He's going to end up getting sent off here, isn't he? He's running away because you don't want the referee to catch him. It's not going to be a second yellow card. Banis is definitely coming off at the break. But we could have a 7th goal in the first half here. De Rouge steps up and he tucks it away very nicely. I don't think Bertrams has saved a penalty all season, or he might have saved one maybe. It's a 5th goal of the season though for Kaj De Rouge, and it's a good pen to be fair. Keeper guesses the right way, doesn't extend his arms far out enough though, and that will be half time. 5-2 at the break. Action packed in the first half. Hopefully we can see a little bit more though in the second half. Let's now make that change though. Banis is going to come off for Koku. Koku's going to come on and play as a pressing forward over on that left side, and we've also got De Gea's maker who's a little bit tired, so Azagari is going to come on in the midfield as a deep line playmaker. 2 changes at the break. Fingers crossed it doesn't change our momentum in today's game. Garcia McNulty on the ball here. He finds Mashar. Both players on a yellow card. Matches the colour of their top. The ball is switched out wide here into Lucasen. Poor first touch though. Now Mateus. Poor pass into Diaby Fadiga. Lucasen now driving down at their right hand side. Can we win the ball back here? Besselink. He looks for a ball forward. We should be able to deal with that. Gbel's underneath it. Dorka now finds Azagari. He goes into Koku. Anokpa. Poor touch there. Despite his 3 goals, he's not had a great second half performance so far. Pjennenberg looking for Koku. Driving down our right hand side. On off the bench. Can he get a ball into the box? He cuts it back into Azagari. On the right of midfield. Ball into the box. Looking for Diaby Fadiga. And what a save that is. It's actually come off the post. Great play there from Azagari. He's had a rare opportunity. He's not really played all too much football so far this season. When he has, he's played in the centre of midfield. I think it's only his 2nd or maybe 3rd appearance on the right of midfield, but that is a position we are a little bit light in, especially actual permanent players. I don't think we've got a natural right midfield, or if we do, they're not very good at playing there. De Rouge now on the ball, looking for Lucasen, driving down their right-hand side. Mateus, though, with a great interception. He's been very good so far since he's come into the first team. At only 17 years of age, the way he goes past players and his ability to cross the ball is absolutely fantastic. Azagari into the area. That is well caught in the end, though, by the goalkeeper. I must say, Mateus is certainly a player I want to be keeping around for the long term. While he might not play in the first couple of seasons, he's potentially isn't the best in the world, but from what I'm actually seeing of him playing, he looks like a very, very good player. Azagari now driving forward. Can he get a ball into the box here? He cuts it back, looking for Koku, and he makes it 6-2. Ozan Koku. Oh, the goal's not going to stand. It's been disallowed for offside. That doesn't look like offside to me. Who's offside there? Why is that goal being disallowed? Anokpa is not effective play at all. That is absolutely disgraceful. Why on earth has that goal been disallowed? Mateus picks up the ball here in the midfield looking for a knockper. This time the ball is intercepted. De Wilge now finds Platt, probably not Matty. De Rouge on the ball, looking for the ball down the line, but it's great defending again from Mateus. He's not just good going forward, he's decent defensively as well. A knockper, can he get his first assist of the game? He sorts it through into Koku. Is he finally going to get his goal? Are you going to disallow this one? It doesn't look like it. Like what I was going to mention on the last goal, he's not really had a great season so far, Ozan Koku, but he's come up with his 5th goal of the season. In the grand scheme of things, pretty meaningless, as we are already going to get the 3 points in today's game. Great for a knockper though to get an assist. That's 3 goals and an assist for the young striker. But all that goal is Ozan Koku. It's 6-2 with 15 to go. We are absolutely loving it. Dorka will pick up the ball here in the midfield, out wide into Azagari. Can we get a 7th in today's game? 10 minutes left on the clock. Good defending on this occasion though from Mashat. The ball comes on the edge of the area though to Dorka. We know we can hit them from there on to the roof of the net. Good opportunity for us there. Unfortunately, it does go just over the bar. And Knockper is on a 10 out of 10 rating. There's not been many times this season we've seen players get a 10 out of 10, but he's been absolutely fantastic in today's game. The 3 points are going to be staying in FC Eindhoven, and that is a 6-2 win after a 4-1 win in the last game. We haven't quite wrapped up the title, and I think it'd be pretty rude to leave today's episode here, wouldn't it? So we'll play another game. I normally only show 2 games in the episodes, but if we win the next game, regardless of the Willem 2 result, then we're champions. So I might as well show you the next game. Let's get into it. Here we have it then. Here's how we line up for the 3rd game of today's episode at home to Jong Utrecht. They're currently 4th in the table, so they've got a lot to play for. We win, we are champions. It is pretty simple as that. We've got Bertrams in goal, a back three of Seedorf, G-Bells and Janssen. Persin on the right, Dalhaus on the left, De Kiersmaker and Oostenbrink in the midfield with Rotier, Enokper and Banis all up front. We've got a lot of players who will be suspended if they do pick up a yellow card. A Genius still unfortunately out injured at this moment in time, which is obviously not ideal. He's going to be out for another couple of weeks, which is obviously not great. To be precise, he's going to be out for another 3 to 6 weeks, so more than likely he will miss the rest of the season. He's contracted with us until the end of next season though, but I'm not sure if he's going to be good enough. You know, his stamina is rapidly on the decline because this was a long-term injury. I think it was 3 months in total. Thankfully, he doesn't really suit this system. He's probably going to be more of a backup to Persin. So when Persin leaves, if we can't get him back next season, Eugenia will probably start on the right of midfield. If we do stick with this formation, there's lots of questions, lots of things up in the air at this moment in time. We do need to give Duck Gakpo a squad number. We'll give him number 11. Why not? It's the last couple of games. He's called Duck and Gakpo. He's got to be good. I think he's 2-star current ability, 4.5-star potential, something like that. So another good young player. It seems like we've got a good youth academy, but like I've mentioned previously, the step up between this division and the next one is very significant, and you can't really get young players out on loan because there's no division below the 2nd division in Holland. You're not going to be sending some to, I don't know, Altrincham over in England. It just wouldn't really make sense. Let's get underway though for today's game. I've mentioned it a few times, but a win would see us crowned champions of the Dutch 2nd division as Dalhaus with a corner into the box. That is cleared away though, only as far as De Kiersmaker. He finds G-Bells on the edge, into Dalhaus once more, finding himself on this right hand side, into the penalty area. He goes all alone. Shot comes in deflected. Good save though from the opposition goalkeeper. I've noticed again they're playing the diamond. Maybe we need to be exploiting them in at the wide areas. Good header there though from Jan. Rotier can't quite get underneath that. Oostenbrink will battle hard though, and he will win that ball. Brilliant player in the centre of midfield. He holds it up here. Ball into the box. It's a good ball deep towards the back post. Dalhaus is never really going to get on the end of that one though. Now Jenner finds it into Rix. Van der Haar, a little bit of time. He goes back into Lottin. Jenner again now. Out wide into Rawlins. Bit of space here for the opposition to come forward. Driving down at their right hand side to get away there from Dalhaus. Ball into the box looking for Van der Haar, and that is 1-0 to FC Utrecht Jong, the 2nd Utrecht team, basically. They've taken the lead. Really poor out from Dalhaus. Just couldn't quite keep up with Rawlins in the end. Gets beaten far too easily. Ball comes in towards the back post. Seedorf's got to be dealing with that much better. Pierrenberg didn't start this game because his average rating over the last 5 matches was like a 6.7, something like that. It hasn't been great. Unfortunately, though, that is the side where Pierrenberg probably would be, and he's probably got the height to deal with that. So, quite frustrating, really. And as it stands, we're not going to be champions. I can't be putting a 4th game in today's episode, can I? Approaching half-time, despite us having pretty much 60% of the ball and having loads more chances, we're not really creating anything clear-cut. We're behind at the break. We're going to thrash the arms. What was that? Get your act together. Maybe I should have played the same team that's been playing over the last couple of matches, but I wanted to freshen things up. And as of right now, I'm being let down by the team. They've got 5 minutes or so to sort it out, or there's going to be 5 changes, because I can't be watching this any longer. We're not really doing enough right now. And just as I'm about to make a sub, Evan Rotier has got a potential foot injury, so he's definitely going to have to come off. That's not ideal. I mean, do we bring Gakpo on? Or do we bring we're going to bring Gakpo on. We're going to bring another youngster on up front. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? We're now actually going to go with 2 advanced forwards in the wider areas, and Banis is going to play through the middle as the pressing forward. Get Gakpo as the advanced forward. Something like that. In terms of some more changes then, we're going to get Oosten Brinkhoff, who is on a yellow card, for Van Dorm. We're also going to bring off Janssen for Segura. We're going to get off Dalhaus for Bagoas, because for some reason Mateus is not on the bench. I think he actually picked up food poisoning. That was the one, so that's why he's not in the squad. So we're going to do that. And then final change of the game, we're going to... I mean, there's not really many options on the bench, is there? This is not really ideal. I mean, Dorker's going to come on for De Gea's maker, and hopefully that he can do something a little bit different. What other roles can Dorker play? He can play as a Carrillo role. I don't really know what that does, but he's going to do that for the remaining half an hour of today's game. 5 changes made. We're also going to stick it on attacking. We need 2 goals. Corner ball for us here. Dorker with a deep ball in, looking for Gakpo. That is cleared away. It wasn't really a deep ball. It had a lot of whip on that one. Persin now driving forward, back out wide into Dorker. The 40-year-old finds Van Dorn with the armband on. G-Bells now finds Seedorf. Brilliant first touch football from us there. But unfortunately, we have given it away. Can we win the ball back? Dorker, good tackle there. The 40-year-old looking for Gakpo into the area. Ball across. Brilliant from Duck Gakpo. And a great finish from Nuafo Banis. 23rd goal of the season for him. I also noticed that Willem 2 are not playing today, so even if we don't win, we won't know if we're not going to be champions or not, because we need to wait for their game to come through. So we could actually not win this game and still end up being champions in a couple of days' time when Willem 2 eventually do play. Brilliant though from Gakpo on off the bench. He finds Banis, and that is 1-1 back in the game. 20 minutes now to find a winner. We've got a corner here. Dorker, ball into the box, front post again. That is cleared away though by Kluivert, and now Edigwu coming forward here. Good tackle though from Dorker, who's had a decent game since coming on off the bench. Rawlings though still with the ball. No one's going to put a tackle in here. They're allowed to drive forward. They've got so many men in the box. Question marks of offside though there. Surely Edigwu was offside. The linesman's kept his flag down. He's ran away. Certainly did look offside to me there. And we've just been completely caught out on the counter-attack. They've got so many men flooding forward. And because we've got so many old men in our team, they just couldn't quite keep up. Look at this inside the penalty area. They've got basically a 4v1 in our penalty area. I mean, that's just not very good, is it? It's not very good, and we're behind again, just moments after we've got back into the game. That's so frustrating. Goal kick here for Jong Utrecht. Ball goes long, looking for Edigwu. Seedorf underneath that one. It eventually falls into Persian. We need a bit of magic from him in today's game. Ball over the top, looking for Banis. Question marks of offside. Into the penalty area he goes. He holds it up, gives it back into Persian. He must be onside. Persian, ball in, deflected. Dorker finds Banis with a header, just wide. Oh, we needed that to go in. Segura with a throw in here. He finds Anokpo. He's certainly not having a good game on a 6.2 so far. That cross is cleared away though, only as far as Persin. He tries a Rabona cross, deflected. Gakpo can't quite get underneath that, and it's now with Bagoas on our left-hand side. A rare opportunity for him in today's game. Great ball into the box, looking for Banis. That one's cleared away. Segura steps in, switches it into Persin. Heavy touch into the penalty area. Brought down. That is going to be a spot kick. Banis is going to take it. Fingers crossed he can convert. Get his 24th goal of the season. Already scored once in today's game on a yellow card. He steps up here. Banis sends the keeper the wrong way. We've now got 8 minutes to find the winner and secure the title. Nuafo Banis on loan from FC Feyenoord. He has been brilliant so far for us this season. Been really underrated by myself, really. Didn't really get much of a look in while Diaby Fadiga was scoring the goals. Banis has probably got a better minutes per goal ratio, or goal per minute, whatever it is. 5 minutes now to find a winner. 5 minutes is added on at the end of today's game. Are we going to see one more highlight? One last chance. Statistically, we deserve to win that game. It does end in a 2-2 draw. I don't really know what that means for the league. We had the chance to win the title here, and it's unacceptable that we failed to do so. Now we just kind of wait to see how the Willem game went on. So Willem do actually have to win their game to make us not win the title so far. If they win, then there's an 8-point gap with 3 games to go. If they do win, that means you're going to see 4 games in one episode. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens. Now, Rotier is going to be out for the rest of the season with a twisted ankle. That is a little bit of a shame, to be honest with you. But it does give the opportunity now for someone like an Anokpa or a Duck Gakpo to get a little bit more of an opportunity. Gakpo impresses as FC Eindhoven fail to win. This is who I'm on about. Duck Gakpo, 18 years of age, 2-star current ability, 4-star potential. Looks like a decent young player. He is actually currently wanted, though, by lots of clubs on a permanent. although they're all in our league. So as you know, we play on Friday nights, but Willem 2, just having a look at their fixtures here, they're going to be playing on Saturday at 18:45. So we'll hit a couple more advances and we'll wait and see how they get on. The Graafschap have been a thorn in our side so far this season, so we need them to do us a favour. We do still have 3 games to go. More than likely we will go on to win the league, but the quicker that we can get it done, that would obviously be very nice. I'll see you all in a couple hours time on the game, and fingers crossed the Graafschap have done us a favour. Well, the time on the game is 5:15. I presume one more continue is going to mean that their kickoff is happened. No, it hasn't. We've just gone through 15 more minutes. We'll hit one more continue. Fingers crossed that does see the result come in from Willem 2, and of course they've won. Of course they have. You're going to see 4 games in one episode. This is probably going to be the longest episode of Football Manager I've ever seen. We've got a positive 53 goal difference. Why didn't you just lose? I mean, I know the Graafschap are second bottom, but why couldn't you just lose? Well, let's get into the 4th game of today's episode. This time we're playing Roger JC. Let's get into it. Here we have it then. Here's how we line up for the 4th game of today's episode. 4 whole matches in one episode. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there. It's taken so much effort and energy, I'm sure, to edit all this once I've recorded it as well. But we line up in a 3-4-3 formation. If we don't get the title in this game, I'm just convinced it's never going to happen. We've got Borgmans in goal. A back 3 of Seedorf, Pienenberg and Rigo. That's Persin on the right, Dalhaus on the left, Dorka and Oostenbrink in the midfield. The front 3 of Gakpo, Darren Bosch and Banis. A couple of the youngsters getting a start up front as well. We've got Rottier obviously out injured. Zagari doesn't even make the squad. Agenia still recovering from his injury. Might make the last game of the season, but let's get underway for today's game. Obviously Bertram's drops to the bench in goal. Change in between the sticks. It was confused me a little bit at times because of how similar their names are, but as always I don't really recognise any of their players. Halivojevic, did he used to play for like West Brom or something like that? He's probably not the same player. We'll tell them, as always, we trust them to make the difference. We've had the same conversation with them about winning the title and easing the expectations for the last 3 matches. Go out there, get the job done. They've won their last 3 matches. We've got to put an end to that and get the 3 points in this one, or just hope Willem lose. As it stands, there is an 8-point gap between us and Willem 2, so it does mean that we are champions at this moment in time, but we need to complete the fixture and just get the win. I think Willem are actually losing right now. Dalhaus picks up the ball here and he finds Dorka. Ball into the box is cleared away, only as far as Oostenbrink, who's actually on a deal until 2025. Dalhaus challenging for the ball. That is cleared away though. Darren Bosch is going to come and apply some pressure. That is cleared up the pitch. We should be able to deal with that. Seedorf finds Oostenbrink. Persin now. Another heavy tackle flies in, but he managed to win the ball back once again. Persin ball in, looking for Gakpo. Brought down, and Duck Gakpo wins a spot kick. Who is going to be the man to step up and take this? Is it going to be Nufal Banis? I presume it will be. The man on loan from FC Feyenoord. He steps up. Could be a crucial goal in our season. And he's hit the post. And I don't want to see any comments about, oh, why did he just leave it? Obviously, if he'd have touched it again, that would have counted as 2 touches and the penalty wouldn't stand. So that's why he's left it. But either way, that's really, really frustrating, isn't it? Rigo now finds Darren Bosch, plays that 1-2. Dorka, can he pull the strings in the midfield? Oostenbrink looking for Persin, bit of a short pass though there. He's not having a great game so far. They're well and truly parking the bus, just lumping it forward every time they get the opportunity to. Dorka now, great ball over the top. We don't get on the end of that one though. Persin now brings it down. He finds Duck Gakpo. Ball in, looking for Darren Bosch. Cleared away though. And now Malahi will come forward here. Driving down their right hand side. He finds apostrophe T Zand. What a name that is. Dorka wins the ball back though. And we will now build out from the back with Pienenberg. He goes into Dalhaus. His gloves are back on. Darren Bosch inside to Gakpo. The 2 youngsters combining. Ball out wide into Persin. Driving down our right hand side. Goes down in the area. It is going to be another spot kick. Surely Banis can't miss 2 penalties. Surely he's not got that in him. He steps up, goes the opposite way, and this time it is converted. The keeper gets the right way once again, but now Ufal Banis has his 25th goal of the season, and finally we are ahead in today's game after all the sustained pressure. Brilliant from Persin and Gakpo to be winning the penalties. Unfortunately, we have only been able to convert one of them. Either way though, converting one is better than converting none, so we'll take it. There is a highlight though, straight from the kickoff. It's not ideal that all the games in today's episode have been really high scoring and lots of highlights. This episode could genuinely be 30-40 minutes, and it's not even a transfer special. It's just of pure games because of how crazy this formation allows goals in games to be. Dalhaus now finds Oostenbrink in the centre of midfield. Ball through into Duck Gakpo. Is this his chance? It was, but he's unfortunately hit the crossbar. goal kick here for the opposition. I've actually completely forgotten what their name is. Pierenburg underneath that one though, and it's now with Oostenbrink over the top looking for Dorenbosch. He doesn't get anywhere near that. No, now it's Reith. Goes back into Nicholas. He absolutely sends the ball flying down the wing. Seedorf underneath that one though. Oostenbrink calm on the ball as always. Pierenburg and Seedorf actually swapped over roles in today's game. Persin now driving down our right hand side. Can he deliver? Can he get another ball into the box? It's a great ball in. Cleared away though by Rosella. Now another ball is hammered forward. Pierenburg underneath that one. Dorker goes back into Pierenburg. Dalhaus chases after a ball here. Gets to it and he cuts it back to the edge of the area. Oostenbrink, disguised pass. What a pass that was from Cohen Oostenbrink. And the goal is not going to stand though, as Dorenbosch was unfortunately offside. Question marks. It's probably the right decision in the end. Them lines not really drawn too accurately. Good finish though from Dorenbosch. Unfortunately, the goal's not going to stand. Approaching half-time, the opposition do have another goal kick here, which is sent long. Seedorf underneath that one. Oostenbrink can't win it in at the midfield. Now Potstemmer puts the ball out wide into Malahi, into the penalty area. Oh, he's gone down there. I thought with the way this referee's been going and the tackles that have been flying in, I thought he was going to give a penalty. Rigo clips a ball down the line into Dorenbosch. Good ball from Rigo, ball into the box looking for Banis, who scores. Dion Dorenbosch with the assist, and the Ufal Banis is not going to have another goal. What on earth is going on? We've missed a penalty, we've scored 2 offside goals. This game could be 4-0. Instead, it's only 1. I mean, yeah, he's definitely offside. It's shocking goalkeeping, but he definitely is offside there. Going into the half-time break then, we could potentially be going in at a draw despite how crazy it's been. Unfortunately for us, that they've not scored on that occasion as well. Ball is there to be challenged for in the midfield, and Halivojevic comes away with it. Ball over the top. Seedorf is able to cut that one out. Oostenbrink obviously wins the ball in the midfield, and now Persin looking for a forward pass. He cuts back though and finds Seedorf. Dorka now, bit of room for him here. Gets it out of his feet and switches the play. Nice ball into Dalhaus. Despite the fact that Dorka's 40, I'm very impressed with his range of passing. Ball over top though, looking for Dorenbosch. Eventually, it's stabbed home though. Are you going to disallow this one? The referee has stopped, but this time it is going to stand. Finally, Banis has his second of the game. Finally, Dorenbosch is allowed a goal contribution, which is going to count, and it is now 2-0 to FC Eindhoven. Great ball into the channel from Rigo. Great run as well from Dion Dorenbosch. Ball cut back, looking for Banis. He gets there ahead of the keeper, stabs home. Question marks maybe the high foot against the goalkeeper. That's half time. 2-0. I'm very pleased. We've created loads, and the scoreline certainly shows that. As it stands, 10 points clear with 2 games to go. That will mean we are going to finally be crowned champions of the Dutch second division. If we get a third goal here, that would be very nice, as Rigo clips a ball looking for Dalhaus. Good first touch there. Goes inside to Dorka. Ball over the top looking for Dorenbosch. Driving down our left-hand side. Into the penalty area he goes. Cuts it back, but unfortunately loses out on this occasion. Now the opposition will have the opportunity to build and attack Halivojevic. Ball over the top. Pierenburg underneath that, and now Oostenbrink finds Rigo into Dalhaus. Oostenbrink finds Banis. He switches out wide here into Persin. Back into Oostenbrink. He's definitely offside, and that's why he's completely left it. And the ball is sent long here. Seedorf underneath it. Oostenbrink finds Dorka. Brilliant ball into Dalhaus. Dorenbosch in behind again. He has run the opposition defence absolutely ragged in today's game. His first cross is blocked, so he cuts inside and finds Banis. There's the hat-trick. Another assist for Dion Dorenbosch, and a hat-trick for Nualfal Banis. He's scored about 17 goals in this game. Unfortunately, only 3 of them have stood. Brilliant player from Dorenbosch. He's running them channels very, very nicely in today's game. Gakpo not really had too much of an effect on this one. He's probably going to be coming off very soon. Banis with the goal. It's 3 of the best. He has made them pay, and that certainly completes a wonderful hat-trick. Lovely stuff. We will now make our substitutions as well, just to keep things fresh, as we always do. Gakpo is going to come off here for Koku, and Koku is going to play as an advanced forward. Dalhaus is going to come off for Mateus on the left side of midfield. Mateus has impressed me quite a lot so far this season, as I have mentioned a couple of times. Persin is going to come off. No, he's not, because like I mentioned, we've not got any players who can play on right midfield. So Dork is actually going to come off for De Geer's maker. Van Dorm is going to come on for Oostenbrink. And final change of the game, G-Bells is going to come on for Seedorf. And we're going to put G-Bells in the middle, Pierenburg on the right. Go back to how we normally play. There's your 5 changes. Let's hope for more of the same in the final half an hour. Throwing for us over on the far side. Mateus picks up the ball here. Already been booked despite only being on the pitch for about 5 minutes. Ball over the top looking for Banis. He's in again. He scored again. Is this this one going to be disallowed? The referee seems pretty hesitant to disallow it. It's a 4th goal for Noel Banis. Who needs Lamine Diaby-Fadiga when you've got Banis? To be fair, both of them been brilliant so far this season, but I reckon if we'd have played Banis all season, we'd have probably ran away with the league a little bit sooner than what we have done, because Banis seems to be converting more chances than at Diaby-Fadiga. 18 minutes left on the clock. It's Roda JC 0, FC Eindhoven 4, and we're not done there. We're looking at for a 5th. Considering the amount of youngsters we've got on the pitch at this moment in time, to be winning 4-0 is obviously absolutely lovely. They're into the penalty area though here. Ball is cut back, cleared away though by Van Dorm. Now Vosselbelt finds Schwarman. Shot comes in over the bar. Free kick for us here. Koku clips it into the box. Not a great ball though, and they are able to deal with it on this occasion. Rigo though does well to win the ball back, and now De Gea's maker plays a 1-2 with G-Bells. Rigo in to Mateus. Can he get down our left hand side and whip a ball in? We know that's his speciality. He beats his man. Ball in. It's a pretty poor ball though. On this occasion it is cleared. G-Bells finds Van Dorm on off the bench. Pierdenberg now into G-Bells, clips it forward looking for Banis. Doesn't quite get on the end of that one though, and now Rodder JC will come forward with it here in the midfield. Ball played through into Vente. Ball over the top here looking for Van der Heide. He gets there ahead of the keeper, and that is the first goal of the season for AVDH. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name, so you can have the first letter of all of his names. There's 4-1. There's a goal back, and pretty frustrating to be honest with you. I mean, it's Pierdenberg who's kind of caught flat-footed. The keeper comes out for it, and he's not really impressed me so far in today's game. I think both our keepers are not good enough. We definitely need a keeper next season. We definitely need like a 4.5 star current ability goalkeeper, because yeah, these two are not very good. Corner ball here for Roda JCU. To be fair, they're actually growing into the game so far, and they've got another goal. That's 4-2. I mean, it's a pretty deserved goal. Is this one going to... No, this one's not going to stand. This one has been disallowed. I was going to say there was question marks of offside there, because we don't have any players who just stand on the post. He is definitely offside there. Good decision from the lino, but still really poor defending. I guess because he's offside though, I'm going to let him off the hook with that one. But as it stands, we're going to be champions. And there we have it then. There is the full-time whistle. We are champions of the 2nd division over in Holland. It's taken us 4 games. We got promoted. It's taken us another 3 games to win the title, but it is official. All the squad are going to come up for the team photo and all that sort of stuff, and it just looks brilliant, doesn't it? I'm going to... Well, it's not even me. Why am I not even allowed to be on there? I've just got to stand at the side looking like a security guard. Why do I not even get to stand with the team after I've brought the success to the team? It has been all my hard work. Here we go then. We lift the trophy. We are champions. We've got a lot of work to do now over the summer. The next episode that you will see will obviously be the transfer special. I'm not going to waste your time and show you 2 really, really pointless games when we've already won the title, but we need a lot of signings, because this squad, while it's done very well for us this season, our best players are only here on loan. We've got some good young players, but they're certainly not going to be good enough to be playing in at the Eredivise. Lots of cartwheels coming out. For some reason, the confetti's only in like a little square. It's in a perfect square exactly, isn't it? There you go. There is the full-time whistle. Hopefully you have all enjoyed watching the longer episode today. Apologies about it being a longer one, or you might even enjoy it being a longer one. Whichever way that you do see it, we are champions with 2 games to spare. I mean, there's a 20-point gap between us and 3rd. But anyway, that is where I'm going to leave it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 20 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 700 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Don't forget as well to drop a comment in down in the comment section down below to help boost the video in the YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all very soon for another episode. Peace.